Hi, welcome to your Aunties Could Never. I'm Auntie AK and I'm here with
Aunt Farah.
Auntie Nana.
Auntie you.
Auntie Nana. You started as soon as I put the chocolate in my mouth.
Listen, you have to be ready. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, you know what I mean? How are you guys?
I'm good. Super busy. Super good.
Good.
Twix and Chris.
I went out of my way.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
No, I know you do, Auntie Nana.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
As for Auntie AK.
Get the game going, girl.
Oh, funnily enough, would you rather...
Yes. An omni...
Would you rather get a postcard every day from a stranger in a different country or a 10-minute call with anyone in the world that you choose once a year?
A 10-minute call?
10-minute call.
Yeah, because why do you want a postcard from
From
strangers?
stranger to talk nonsense.
That was a thing, and
school.
people loved getting a postcard from, like, you'd sign up and you could get random
£10
stuff.
and stuff.
£10,
Yeah.
Each
all
week,
around the
£10
world.
on holiday.
Oh, that's fair
Yeah,
when
it's
you meet
cute.
them. Yeah, that's cute. No, I don't care to get random stuff. from
That's
people I don't know.
ridiculous. Let me call someone I want to. 10 minutes. Get enough out
Yeah,
of
but
that.
only 10 minutes.
That's
Only
fine.
10 minutes.
10 minutes once a year.
That's fine.
Only.
I was going to say something so stupid, but
Go
no, I'm keeping it. I would love that to be Jay-Z.
10 minutes once a year.
Jay-Z.
I just feel like he would like have, you know, those like sparks of wisdom quotes.
I don't know if he would.
I feel
You
like
need longer.
I feel like he's that guy.
Oprah would do that. Like,
Nah,
she would do that. She'd give you the quote. But
Oprah gives quotes.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jay-Z, I feel like he has a whole vault.
I think so does
Oprah.
Oprah.
Keys.
So I think so does Oprah.
That's what I'd be after anyway.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Who would I want? Oh my god, I'd want Kanye. Because I feel like it'd be jokes.
To be fair, I actually want
I'd want Kanye.
I actually want Diddy because we spoke about Diddy recently. But I really want to talk to Diddy.
Thought that he's gonna be like this.
Take that.
No.
Take that. Take
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
No, he will drop some gems. Scorpio to Scorpio, we can drop some gems.
Okay, let's hope so. Kanye is
I'm
definitely
having
giving gems.
Kanye. He's dropping gems. He's dropping jokes.
Or he could be in a moment and
Yeah,
just
but
be
even
talking
when
madness.
Kanye's in a moment and people assume that he's
Like
talking
say-
madness, about 3 months later they're like, do you know what? Man was actually talking sense, you know? He was right. He knew what he was doing.
Okay.
You know that happens. Am I lying?
Yeah, I'm going with Kanye. I'm going with Kanye.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, would you rather have all your clothes fit perfectly or have to wear, or have the most comfortable pillow, blankets and sheets in existence?
Have my clothes fit.
Yes. Yeah. Have my clothes.
But then you have to have the most uncomfortable.
It doesn't say that though.
But that's my interpretation of it.
You're not allowed to interpret it, as you always tell me.
So it's clothes that fit you perfectly,
Or the most-
or bedding. That's great.
Or the most uncomfortable bedding.
No,
Still
she's
clothes.
adding bits.
I'm allowed to add what I want. I'm the games master.
I still wouldn't even care. Still, I want
How could,
clothes.
what makes bed sheets uncomfortable? Like
ones.
prickly.
You know when they scratchy.
Well, they're not proper cotton.
Yeah.
Cheap,
I'm
disgusting.
thinking of, you know, that old school, like it would be
That,
itchy.
that polyester
Yes,
type
yes,
thing that
yes.
your granny and stuff used
It would
to have.
be, it would be like
You know
the
that-
underlay.
Yes.
And then sometimes the sheet would move and it
Yes.
would touch you and it would be like, oh.
That weird sheet. That. No one wants that.
You'd see it and be like, why is this here? But it was an insulator.
You know that when you go to a hotel, that's not a 4-star.
Yes.
That's like a.
Yes.
It says it's a
I don't know that
4-star.
live.
You know those old school ones?
Yeah, the old school ones.
Don't know that
But they
live.
say that they're a 4-star and they're not a 4-star.
They're
And you
two.
get there and they've got like the blanket on the bed.
Oh, I hate that blanket. I've heard
It's
about
not it's not the duvet. It's like
It's
a
a
random
thing.
blanket.
it's a random blanket
That's made
on
out.
the.
It's like made of cologne. It's like a squash made of squash dust.
Yes.
Dust
it.
bunnies. It's like made of squash
No,
dust
yeah,
bunnies.
yeah.
Your whole bed is that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll just sleep on floors, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's floors and coats.
Yeah.
Make it work.
Make it
On the
work.
floor.
I'll
Yes.
stick my duvet on the floor.
But you wouldn't have.
No,
to.
but your duvet is made out of that material.
Bro, just move on. What's the next one?
Okay. Would you rather have unlimited international first class tickets or never have to pay for food in restaurants ever again?
International tickets.
International first class tickets.
Like on a
Unlimited.
plane.
Unlimited.
On a plane.
Yes.
Or
Where else is it?
train or
Or
automobile.
I'm just checking every single ticket.
Train or automobile. It just says first class tickets.
Yeah, man.
Or
Free
never
food.
have to pay for food at restaurants
No, that's
ever
alright.
again.
Because I live in restaurants. Free travel. It's better.
I feel like the free travel, definitely.
Everywhere in the world, anywhere you wanted to go, all the time,
How
first
often
class.
can you go though?
But
How in life?
But it's also travel like on a train or a
listen,
tube, right? No,
In
train.
life, in life,
Yeah.
how often can you go away? In life.
Yeah, but I don't eat in restaurants all the time.
Yes,
though.
but you don't eat in restaurants because restaurants are shitty. But if you got to choose the restaurant that you
And
can
it was
eat
free.
in, and it was free,
I do
and
get
it's
what
the
you're saying.
food of your choice, and you can chop and change the type of restaurant that you go to. Where it's like having a chef, isn't it?
Yeah,
But
basically.
then
It's like
there's
having a
none always
personal
being
chef.
out to eat. Don't have to be, because unless I went in, got the food and made it my home food. Like
Restaurants deliver.
They do.
I never.
Conflicted.
So free food all the time, cooked by somebody else, versus travelling for free. Now I travel for free.
But
That's
how often
fast.
can you travel?
No, but my point is, I don't because I can't afford it. It's the same thing as a restaurant. That's the same argument. I don't go to restaurants as much because I can't afford restaurants as much. I don't travel as
But
much.
you have to eat every day.
I understand. Why are you arguing with me? My fucking choice. I want to go. I want to travel everywhere.
I'm just saying.
I want to travel because at least I get to. That cost is gone, isn't it? The travel cost is gone.
I think travel as well, actually.
I get to see
It's
places.
a bigger expense,
Mm.
and then you'd be travelling luxury.
Yeah.
But then when you get there, it's budget.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then it's like
But then I see
that
the
money
world.
you'd spend on the flight, you've literally got that.
I hear you, and I'm
And-
conflicted because we're talking about
Yeah, because
food.
you're a foodie, and that's why.
Yeah.
So that's why you want
Yeah.
food all the time.
Like I'm literally thinking about I could have octopus and lobster and the big prawns that are as big as your hand, and you know like the lobster that have you seen the lobsters that they've got in like in South America, and they're like as big as this whole microphone stand, and they dip them into big massive bits of garlic butter, and it's a whole thing. Oh, just
I'm actually
thinking
scared
about
to see that on my plate.
I know.
Oh my god.
A massive
Scared.
lobster.
Yeah,
Massive, gigantic, massive
Yeah, that was scary.
lobsters, and then they crack. I'm gonna send you the page. Then they crack the arms, and oh my god, it's beautiful.
I prefer crab.
I actually, when I watch that stuff, I'm like,
Yeah, travel, definitely travel. Over going to restaurants. And I love going to restaurants, but
Me
it's
too.
fine.
every day, someone could just bring me whatever I want. Yeah, I could
See, I'd get super fat. Because when I eat a lot out, that's all I do is put on weight.
But you get to pick.
Yeah, I pick super. That's the only
pick
thing
the good
I
stuff.
am.
I'm
You're
going
gonna
to
have like McDonald's.
I'm going to eat all the steaks. I'm going to eat all the fish.
No, I'm
all
gonna eat all the
the
You're gonna fish. What's
potatoes.
wrong with the fish?
That's still fattening.
No, it depends.
I
on
would
the
get
fish you
super healthy food. If I could do that unlimited, it would be
I would.
super healthy. It'd be
Yeah,
so good.
I just live on seafood and salad.
All
Yeah,
the
me
mac
too.
and
Maybe not all the.
cheeses.
And have mac and cheese like once in a blue moon. I think I could still stick to that.
Yeah,
But I've literally
Guys,
seafood or salad.
Who's your enemy of progress?
I did have one. Hold on.
I'd go. Mine is
Yeah.
Susan Lawrence. I don't think that's how you say her name. Couldn't care less. She's the woman who shot a GKO in.
That's who I was trying
That's
to
who
find.
I was
her
trying to
name.
find.
Yeah.
So they released her name
Yeah,
now.
they did. They released her name
And her
now.
face.
That's who I was trying to find.
Oh, is there a picture of
Yeah,
her?
I didn't see the
it's like a
picture, I just
middle-aged
saw the
white
name.
woman.
Apparently her socials had, like, well, I guess maybe as soon as she got back in her house, like, it was like, there wasn't any pictures.
No, that's a picture of her.
Oh, brilliant.
That's literally
Yeah, no,
that
it's
story. Say it.
Super. Well, I was going to go into one. Actually, no, I wasn't. She was going to be my mad as well. And
She's
sad.
my mad. I'm sad.
But anyway, yeah, so G.K. Owens, apparently her kids were playing on some land in America and they didn't realise it was someone else's land or something like that. I don't know. I think there's a bit of backstory between these two anyway. They're neighbours. And then Susan came out, started having a go at G.K. and her kids, then to F off the land. They did, but G.K., one of the kids left their iPad on the field or whatever, went back to get the iPad, apparently, but it had gone. Apparently the woman, Susan, had taken it and dashed it at the kid. Apparently it hit the kid. It's not clear if it hit the kid or intentionally or she threw it and it accidentally hit the kid. Either way, GK then went to the woman's house to get the iPad back, but the woman shot through the door. And I didn't even know, I read this morning that she was standing with her 9-year-old son.
Yeah, I saw. Well, what I saw was I saw her mother making giving a press conference,
yeah.
and she was talking about what had happened, and they
Yeah.
were like, basically it was in front of her 9-year-old,
Yeah,
and
mad.
it broke my heart because my daughter's 9, and I just thought, fucking hell,
Imagine.
for there's so many reasons.
No recovering from that
You
trauma.
just can't, can
Like,
you?
it's-
How are you going to recover from that?
Yeah, it's not happening. Like, but there's 4 children.
Yeah.
I
Marvelous.
think there's certain details that I did see. So it's an apartment complex.
Yeah.
I think this lady lives on the bottom floor, and sometimes you just have that green space.
Yeah, that's it.
That's where they were playing, like close to her house, and they may have been loud. Kids are loud. This is what happens. the hitting wasn't with the iPad, it was actually with a roller skate.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where did the iPad come from?
The child left the iPad.
Yeah.
And then she took the iPad.
So where did the roller skate come from?
They were playing.
Oh, so the woman threw the kids
just gone nuts at the kids for playing. Apparently, this isn't the first time.
Okay, yeah.
It's just this is the extreme that it's got to. But she is, but we all had that neighbour that would always be like when you're playing, like get inside, get away from my door.
Yeah.
One of those. But this time you've taken it further. You've hit a child, cussed them out, and stolen an iPad.
And then
what mother isn't
gonna
go and knock on the door and be like, "What's going on?"
And even if the woman's
acting and blinded, I don't care.
Yeah.
Don't open the door.
Exactly.
You
call the police. Exactly. If you feel threatened,
You go in. You
how are you shooting and blasting through the damn door?
And she not.
You didn't even open the door.
You didn't open the door.
The kids there and not like.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying. And also because
horrible anyway. But,
yeah, she could have
been a
killed a child.
They were saying that she was using stand your ground, but they're saying you can't go for stand your ground. You weren't standing any ground to stand because you're behind the door.
Well,
There's no threat.
You don't know what the threat is if
Yeah.
you're behind your door.
You can't see the door, and the door is not even a door with a glass panel. You can't see nothing. It was a blocked door.
It's a full-on blocked door. So how did you see that there was a threat? Because if she's banging on your door, there's a door protecting you. So all you do is call the police. So where's the threat? In all instances where
Where's
there's
the threat?
you just killed somebody.
I mean, we talked about. I don't even want to reduce it to a Karen as jokes, but it's this madness of their insanity. I don't know what happens to them.
Well, they're racist. And
I get it, but it's just the madness
they're
that they
racist,
get. Like
they're armed, they're privileged.
No, I get that, but it's just because there's another clip, and whether or not I don't know if it's old or not. This guy was like, this woman just literally running over to them, saying, "Get off my land! And don't touch the car." And she goes, "Oh, you hit me."
Different.
I know it's something different, but I'm just saying it's so weird because she goes, "Oh, he hit me."
He's at a lake.
Yeah, that's it.
He's sat in his car at a lake, and if you see how this woman
runs, like get out.
Not run. Yeah, exactly. She's running. She's sprinting across the whole field. It seems like to get to him, to bang on his window, to tell him, "You shouldn't be here. This is a private property. You shouldn't be here." Then she starts effing and blinding and going in, and he's like, "What's your problem?"
Yeah.
So then he's in his car behind the window. And she starts going, "Ow! He hit me! He hit me!"
It's so strange when they do it. And that's like the woman with the boys and the bike, the Citadel bikes, or the Citadel bikes.
Yeah.
At the hospital,
who started fake crying.
It was so it's scary.
She was like, "I'm taking this bike," and he's like, "It's my bike.
I paid for it.
I paid for it.
Yeah.
Get another bike." And it was the fact that the other man was trying to say,
"Just give it to her.
Just cancel it. Why should I cancel
That's
it?
the
I paid for the
thing.
bike."
It's that.
And
there's no autonomy on a black person to just be like, I'm just minding my business and voicing my concerns on what you're doing. And it should be like, I was reading how bare people were like, she should have called the police when her son came in to say this woman had hit me and had taken the iPad. And it's like, okay, really, because that's still safe. Generally, who's thinking to call the police at that? You're going to be like,
you're just going to go to the neighbour.
I'm going to speak to my neighbour, and again, which black person wants to call the police?
Because you may be the one that is even killed by them.
And to be fair, it's not a big matter at that point.
No,
it's not that deep in a neighbourhood scenario. It's not that deep.
And they will tell you the first call of action is for that. They do tell you to go. Well, I don't know in that country, but certainly in this country, they tell you to try and resolve it yourself first.
Yeah, definitely. A little. You would be like, this is a neighbourhood dispute.
Yeah.
I definitely, as a kid, had bare people be like, move from in front of my house and move way out on the estate all the time. That happens. And even, it is like, then a parent would come along and maybe like, don't speak to my kids like this. This has taken place. It didn't escalate. But in America, where everybody is having a gun,
that's where it goes.
This is what happens because people are irrational, and then they can be backed by the law. It's like not everybody should have a gun.
Not everybody should have a gun. I mean, what was it? Where? Is it Florida? It was usually Florida. Again, passed a law that you don't have to. There's something you don't have to do.
You don't have to have a mental health check.
Yeah, that's it. No mental health checks.
And you don't actually have to register properly either.
What is in these?
You can't have an abortion. You can't have autonomy on your own body.
Yes.
My thing is,
but you can go and get her gun. Just so.
What's in your head? What are in the politician's head? Like we know there's conspiracy
money.
theories.
It's the money.
No, I get that, but really, when they stand
That's
there,
what it's the money.
So the NRA is just.
You've not seen that interview with the guy. He's being interviewed by the second host of the Daily Show, the one that left, and then Trevor Noah.
Jordan Klepper.
I don't think that's his name.
Oh, Jon Stewart. Sorry.
Jon Stewart. Right. So he is interviewing a governor. I think it is from Florida or Texas, one of them. And he literally is asking him exactly that. When more kids are being killed by a gun, why are you now deregulating gun ownership?
Yeah.
But you're coming down on drag racing.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Literally, he was like, because that's more of a threat. In his face.
He was.
Like, genuine. He was.
And Jon Stewart.
And what did Jon say?
No, Jon Stewart was being so like plain as he was getting aggy.
Yeah, Jon is bad.
Rightly so, but like in a way that is so apparent. How can you dispute this evidence that is here, that is clear? The number one killer of children in the United States of America is via gunshots.
Yeah.
That's how they die. It's not cancer. No. And I think he said all of this. Yeah. It's gunshot.
And the guy just stuck with drag.
He was literally like, this is an immediate threat to our children. And it's like, no, a gun is. We can say that it's also a threat, but, responsible people can be up. Like, you're like, no, there's an illness, but the illness is your pocket.
It's
you're
their
paid by them.
Yeah, your pocket.
It's their pocket. Because they are. And essentially, they have this whole thing of it's not on my doorstep. Until someone bursts into an NRA conference and God forbid this happens, but until it does happen and it touches them, no, but in that type of way, until it touches them, they're not going to get rid of it.
I don't think they will change it.
Well, because the answer is always
across the whole country.
Arm yourself. Like the answer is always arm yourself.
But my point is, in those NRA conferences, they're all armed.
Yeah, they're all armed.
This is what I mean. So if, like, God forbid, don't want this to happen, but let's say, like, across the country, on the day that they're having these conferences, someone went and popped a whole bunch of shots off, and God forbid anything bad happened, maybe then they'd be like, maybe we need to relook at it. Because everyone there is already armed, and you being armed didn't actually help you, did it?
Because there's been those scenarios, and the thing, not maybe in that way, but their brain doesn't work like that. I just think that it doesn't. It's just like rule of thumb. There's something about this, like in their DNA, that rule of thumb. No matter what happens, the Constitution will stand.
That's the part that makes me laugh. Is they stand by the Constitution. They keep talking about the Constitution says this is why we're doing it. And it's like, you wrote the Constitution, right?
You can change it. And also it was at a time when we didn't have certain things in place. There's
a few things in the Constitution that have been changed. That's why there are amendments to the Constitution.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense, but it really does when you think of the amount of money that they have and power, that actually you want everybody to be armed. And not just one gun. Remember, it's
multi-guns and rifles. Multi-round shooters, whatever.
Yeah. Like have a few semi-automatics. Like,
that's the one.
Get in there. Do it all. Buy it all.
Just go nuts. That's why. Anyway, so the NRA and Susan Lawrence are enemies of progress.
Most.
My enemy of progress are Buckingham Palace.
Oh God, yes.
Because Buckingham Palace have refused to return the remains of the stolen prince.
Yeah.
Their excuse is that if they return the remains, in order to exhume the body, it will disturb other. Let me read it properly.
It's such a motherfucker.
If they exhume his body, it will disturb other royal members that are buried there.
Because they're going to be disturbed. They're going to be upset.
But my point is, you've gone round the world exhuming people's bodies.
Yeah.
In fact, you have some of them in your museums, do you not? So, do you care?
No.
Like, why? You stole this little boy.
Yeah.
You took him from his country. He died here. You had him like as some sort of exhibit.
Yeah.
Right. He died here. Give him back. But also, again, is because they refuse to give back the gold from Ghana and all the other things. So it's just like...
Imagine the audacity and the arrogance and the fucking stink of it all. Oh, no. because it disturbs our situation.
Yeah.
That you disturbed our situation.
But you're a thief.
You're thieving.
But it just this is why the whole what is it called, the coronation really annoyed me.
Yeah.
Because I was really upset when I saw all our people attending.
Yeah, man.
I felt like they should have en masse
not attended. It's that
it pisses me off that there is this whole that was in the past and we're a part of the history now. And it's like, a thief is a thief. When somebody burglarizes your house, is it like, oh, it's okay because, you know, they may be married and have kids? They're a burglar, aren't they? Yeah. Like, it's that. They stole from you. They should be punished. Like, why are we all wholesale just kind of...
allowing it?
Exactly. And if we went and stole from the crown jewels, or whatever it was...
We wouldn't be here.
We wouldn't be here for one, but also it would become this massive thing. Let's say like all the countries that have been colonised just went into the museums and took back their shit.
Killmonger.
Did a Killmonger. Exactly. Can you imagine if they went and did that? The outrage.
They absolutely should be doing that. Because when they come back and say, oh, you know, it's because you guys can't look after it. You're a thief!
The thing is, even if I take it and break it in your face, fuck you, it's mine!
But hold on, we can't
it's
look after
mine.
It was in our countries for thousands of years!
For you to steal it. Like, that's the thing, like, it was intact.
It was perfectly intact, minding its own business.
And then you stole it. They just, the arrogance of it all is disgusting. And those are the things, when they do their pageantry, we shouldn't be a part of it.
That's why when I was sitting, as I said, with the coronation, I didn't watch it, but when I saw the clips, like the new clips, and they were showing all our people who were rocking up to the coronation, and man sitting there with the jewels that he stolen, and you're like watching him, I'm like, I'd have to run up on him.
No, I can't.
I don't know how people participate. I actually would like to have a discussion with somebody who attended or who attends, and I want to hear why.
But they've also we're part because those people feel part of the UK.
How can you be part of your oppressor? Like, how can you wholesale?
We know
this.
Stockholm syndrome. We know this, but people just. I mean, look. There's people who worked on it. There's people who attended, who were invited. I remember speaking to someone. I was like, "Bro, you went though," and he was like, "Yeah, but I was in the shadows." I was like, "Yeah, but you went though."
You went though. You were part
shadows
of that.
Or not? It's like no. Because I can't see what the benefit is. And no, there'll probably be people, but you guys can go back home. If you give me $1 million to go back, I'm off. But absolutely, my passport and how the world is set up, I'm going to take everything I can from this country.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to join in your celebrations of your thievery.
And why don't you understand that I have an issue with it? You summed it up perfectly. If a man comes and robs my yard, right? And then later on he says, oh, I'm sorry for robbing your yard, right?
You're welcome back in.
Should I go to his house and sit down amongst the things that he stole from me?
Imagine like that.
I'm really sorry that I robbed your yard, you know.
Come watch TV.
Do you like my TV?
Yeah.
and you'll be like, that's mine.
No, that's mine.
I can lend it to you.
Yeah. Oh, no. Look, it's better in mine because I look after it.
Yeah, you don't know how to look after your things.
You can't pay your electricity bill.
You don't know how to look after it, so it's better I look after it.
No, we should never be involved in anything. We shouldn't. It doesn't mean anything. We should not be involved in anything to do with that. Honestly, guys.
Providing them with the source as well, like the gospel singers.
All of that.
And you know what's mad? He only had the gospel singers because Meghan and them man put him onto that shit.
Yeah. Even still,
you know about that before.
I wish people would just say no.
I really wish.
Or there needs to be a real exchange of, if I'm going to do it, not just my fee, I need you to do something
in
diplomatically. I need something for this.
Yeah.
There has to be an exchange.
There was another thing that angered me. Oh my god, this is it. It's the Windrush thing. So it's going to be 75 years since Windrush, and King Charles came out and said, "Oh yeah, we owe the people of the Windrush generation great. You know, they've been great to the country and what they've done and helped. Blah blah blah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to organise for
a party.
No. For some paintings to be commissioned.
That look from the thing in freaking King's Cross. Not King's Cross, Liverpool.
Charing Cross.
No, there's a statue, the Windrush statue in
Houston.
Waterloo.
Yes.
That
all the stations.
All the stations. That is insulting.
But he said he's going to commission art.
Paintings are insulting.
Can I say something? King Charles. King Charles. You see what you can do for me? Don't commission paintings. Give back the paintings and the things that you've got in the museum.
Exactly.
Give back some of them things. Give back people's gold. Give back people's prints.
Why are you commissioning
and
that?
Who's paying for the commission?
And they're going to get a black artist to do it and then say, look, we're empowering a black artist.
Who is paying for that?
Please, black artists, please don't say yes.
There are people
yes.
from the Windrush scandal, can't speak, that have actually not even been compensated yet.
Yeah.
Pay them. Let's do that.
And let's talk about reparations. All no silence.
Nobody's asking for paintings of what?
Of what? And exactly what are you going to do painting of? People getting off the boat.
Do you not remember?
That's insulting and traumatic.
You
know the 50 pence? Where is that now?
What? Did you even see one?
I saw one. I think I had one, didn't I say I had one? I thought I said I had one.
Maybe.
Don't know where it is now.
No, I didn't. I didn't see anything. But all of these things cost money.
And it's just like then they're saying commissioning those artists, and when those people that take those think tanks, and we're all part of the committee. We were part of the committee. What did that do for the UK right now? The black community in the UK or the Asian community in the UK? All those think tanks that you sat around talking, and we're going to do this. What difference has been made from that 50 fucking people that had a committee, didn't they?
Yeah.
Black consultants, brown consultants. What can we do? Oh, let's get an image on a coin. What has that done for us today?
It doesn't do anything. And they know this. They know that lip service.
Yeah.
But the people that are in the room, they get a pay packet.
Yeah, they do.
And so,
and anything
if you're going to be a part of it, you absolutely are complicit in the merry-go-round.
Yeah, that's what it is. It is a merry-go-round. And it's like, unless you take that money, and you know that money's going into your, like, if it's like, the sister that was insulted at the event, by, the black woman. And she does what's her charity? So if per se you're thinking, look, I need the money, it's going back into something like Sister Space. That's the only way I could possibly okay, because you're good, you are going to take it and do something. I don't know how many of those people in that room took it and did something even. I'm not even saying that's not even the best way to do it, but even.
I would like a strategic stand of when not participating.
Yeah, I like that too.
I just like everyone to 100%. That's
say
what
no.
I want. Just say no.
We're not participating. But there's always going to be one. Or a few. It isn't even one. There's too many. There's too many people that are willing.
That's the problem. And then when those too many people, they suddenly become a representation for all black people.
Yes. Yeah.
And it undermines the argument. Okay, so I heard that AI could help produce deadly weapons that kill humans in 2 years' time. An advisor to Rishi Sunak said that, Mr. Clifford, his name is. So guys.
Say that again?
AI could produce weapons that could kill humans in just 2 years.
I'm only laughing because on the news today, I actually heard them say, oh, people are thinking of Terminator when they think of AI, and it's not that bad. So they're trying to contradict this.
Yeah.
And what made me laugh about it was that a lot of the people that have worked in AI and, got it to where it is now have left and are scared and have said that if I knew where it was going and what it could be capable of very soon, I would not have worked on it.
Yeah.
So why are they trying to do this next storyline?
They know, the thing with AI is though, they know the capabilities, you know what you're unleashing, and what loads of people that were working on it for was that it was always going to be kept in-house.
And phased out.
It was going to be, phased out. Not even phased out, that this was going to be for the benefit of governments, of secret agencies, of armies. That's what they thought this intelligence was for. Where they're saying it's dangerous is that the populace, it's being released.
Yeah.
And
that's
weapons aside, that's one thing. You were doing this for weapons anyway.
Yeah, of course.
This to me is a red herring. So you're telling people about weapons. It was always going to be a weapon.
Yeah, it's always.
What we really is going to be in danger is the amount of people that are going to lose their jobs, that industries are going to change, and what our government's putting in place so that humans are going to be okay.
Yeah.
But they're feeding us these, it's going to kill us. No, most people may die of starvation.
Yeah.
Like they're just not going to have livelihoods.
Yeah.
That's the thing that we actually need to be looking into.
But that's why when I say phase out, I meant to say roll out. I thought they're going to roll it out slowly. I think it's been expedited and just released to the world, as you're saying, without any guidelines, regulations, and this is what part of like the writers' strike in America that their actual skill set is being diminished or erased by the fact that people are now writing scripts through ChatGPT and the like, and the whole script can be made, and then where does that leave the physical creativity boundary? What does creativity mean if you can tell a story through a computer? All of that stuff is what's making actual human skill sets obsolete.
People's actual image and their voices and stuff like
everything.
that. So they're now having to relook at what the ownership of those things are.
Yeah.
and how they can take it on board and promote it if it's going to be a thing.
And it landing in nefarious hands, again, the weaponry is there, the idea of it, that's reality. Someone could just make some sort of nonsense.
Well, they have been training robots for almost 30 years.
I mean, yeah.
Like, they've had this. The military sector has been working with AI for years. Like, they want to have super soldiers, basically.
Yeah.
They've been working on this. That's one side of it. They can go to war all they want. Then they will always do that. But for the ordinary working man, who probably isn't going to be touched by war, your job could go very quickly. And that's the thing. Our government's even putting plans in place. Or is it going to be on the normal man to then start doing GoFundMes and paying in? The little that you have, you pass on to your fellow human. It's going to be a madness, definitely. But who knows?
I don't know. It's interesting.
It's just...
I still, at this moment, do love Chat GTP, though.
I mean, I can see the uses of it. I haven't used it personally, but there are people...
Oh, really?
Well, no, I haven't.
Yeah. I'm always going to be slow on the uptake, but there's also then you do get that bombardment. Like you've got to, like every other post on Insta is like how to improve your use of ChatGPT, and then the minute it becomes the mainstream, and then you move on to the next thing. There's this need to feel like you're across it because you'll be left behind, which there's a factor for that. But also,
that is very true though.
Yeah.
Very important. You
need to know the
need to kind of get our heads around certain things, otherwise we will be left behind.
Yeah, it's that you have to
but
get on it. But
how much?
It's then you use it, you're complicit, you're part of it, and then because you are, and it is this constant putting your information into things. Because even you're helping the machine understand how to be a better human, how to be a better version of yourself. So it's like you're creating your own obsolescence. It's just mad.
Yeah, well, I guess Elon has then got the next step of the evolution is to then merge with it with Neuralink.
Yeah.
And most people, I think this will be in our lifetime, they will sign up and get that chip.
Because
it is going to make you a superhuman.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to say something and then it will just click in your head. Yeah, this is what the fact is. Yeah. You're fused with it. That's how I use ChatGPT. I ask it things like literally like you may have any question. What's the steps to setting up a live stream with OBS? It gave me all the steps. I didn't have to watch a video, go searching. It gave it to me. And it's those bits as it grows in intelligence. Yeah, it's going to be a part of my life.
Yeah, and then that's when they turn to each other and say, "Oh," and then we die, like iRobot. Keep telling me.
There is a thing, I think it may be like 35,000 years or something. Humans, there is something that takes place. There is.
What year are we in? What year are we in for that?
As in, when do they think it's going to take place? I think it's like in 300 years' time. Okay. They think there will be that big shift. You know, when there's a flood, Every culture has the same stories and a reset, and some people survive and then they start again.
Yeah.
This must be the simulation that we're in, isn't it? But AI is going to be a part of our downfall, no doubt about it. But humans ain't the be all and end all.
Do you guys want to move on, or should I go on to it?
You crack on.
Yeah. Tyler James Williams, otherwise known as the actor who played Chris in Everybody Hates Chris, who's now wonderfully sweet in Abbott Elementary.
Oh yeah, the teacher.
He took to his Instagram to shut down rumours about him being gay. And it was we are having this ongoing conversation about what is masculinity, what does that look like in today's times. And because he's like a gentle, sweet guy, just, I don't even know how to describe him, but,
he's just a humble guy.
It's just a regular...
I see him as just a humble guy.
And it's not even, but humble's not the word, it's not even humble, it's more like his mannerisms aren't super macho, maybe.
I don't see them as super macho or super feminine.
Either. Yeah. But he's got a way that's just his way. However, it's to the point where people are like, is he gay? And because also he's not out there with bare women on his arm, all that type of stuff as well. Yeah. So he's not displaying the tropes of being what people think men, especially celebrity men, should do. So he was like, it's Pride Month, by the way. Happy Pride to everybody. He took to his Insta to actually say, I won't try not to read all of it, or might read all of it. Usually I wouldn't address stuff like this, but I feel like it is a conversation. This conversation is bigger than me. I'm not gay. But I think the culture of trying to find some kind of hidden trait or behaviour that a closeted person lets slip is very dangerous. Overanalyzing someone's behaviour in an attempt to catch them directly contributes to the anxiety a lot of queer and queer questioning people feel when they fear living in their truth. It makes the most pedestrian of conversations and interactions in spaces feel less safe for our gay brothers and sisters and those who may be questioning. It also reinforces an archetype many straight men have to live under that is oftentimes unrealistic, less free, and limits individual expression. I've been very clear about the intentionality I've tried to put into using my platform to push back against those archetypes every chance that I get. Being straight doesn't look one way, being gay doesn't look one way, and what may seem like harmless fun and conversation may actually be sending a dangerous message for those struggling with real issues. I refuse to inadvertently contribute to that message. Happy Pride to all of my queer and questioning brothers and sisters and individuals. I pray that you feel seen in ways, and he goes on to be very lovely and lovely. And it was a very good statement. And in his clarification of not being gay, but also leave me the fuck alone and leave everybody else alone and just let us be.
It's just none of your business.
What is the fascination with it?
Yeah. I didn't know that there was this speculation about him per se. And there is about people, especially when they don't have a partner that they know, that they're out there showing. There's always, I mean, Jonathan Majors had that before, all of his controversy. It was always a bit like, does he have a girl? Is he gay? What's he hiding? I don't get why people are so fascinated.
I get, real talk, I get why people are fascinated with celebrities' lives, but that's what celebrity culture is. It's set up for us, the minions on the lower rungs of society, to look up to them and just speculate about everything. That's how society's built. So I get the speculation.
Yeah, so I don't agree with that.
No, I'm not saying I agree with it.
No, I'm saying I don't think society is built like that.
I do, because it's that whole kind of, we talk about stuff all the time. We speculate.
I think that's because it's in our faces.
That's what I'm saying.
Digging into somebody's life to find out where they are slipping or what they're hiding from you.
That's the culture that we're built in. We live in this culture.
Well, that's
you might not be a part of it.
Happening.
You might not like it, and I don't like that. But that's what we're a part of.
I don't think it's the building blocks of society. I think there is a part of social media.
Okay, yeah, but
that's what I'm getting to.
Yeah, social media to keep on track.
That's
but it's not society.
It's like tabloids, isn't it? Like
yes,
but that's what I'm saying.
It's not society. It's like you break it up. There are people, there are journalists, there are editors that know human curiosity, and if we keep on probing on this and feed them these stories, it then causes other people to react to it. That's not society, it's conditioning.
Yeah.
That's the thing where I'm saying
I get the conditioning. Go, do you want to say something?
I was just saying I agree with that.
Because I was going to say, but we also, even in school, that's why I say I wonder if it is, because the town gossip or the gossip has been a thing. Gossip has been a thing in our society or culture.
I think so, but not to the point that it is now. I think it's definitely...
It might be heightened.
That's what I'm saying. I think with social media, it's definitely heightened, and it's taken on a new form because of how accessible people believe that everybody is.
Yeah.
Yes. Or now they should be.
Yeah, they should be. You should know everything.
I should know what you do.
Yeah.
You're an actor, but you chose to be an actor. That doesn't mean that you have a right to know which fucking toilet paper I used to do.
Exactly.
It's a very new phenomenon.
Yeah.
It's literally tabloid culture.
It is.
It's not society. Yeah. This is like News of the World, The Sun, Daily Mail. They created this.
I understand.
Probing. It's not people.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a general inclination for humans to delve into the minutiae of everybody around them. I don't think most people really, when you go into it, actually care. But it's fed to you that you should be caring, that there is this curiosity.
I wonder that.
A natural thing.
I think that we definitely exacerbated it with social media. Has enhanced it and exaggerated it. And before social media, it was tabloids. Mm-hmm. But before that, and if you look at like the Bridgertons, it was the local newsletter. Speaking of the bits and bobs of this high society, as humans, we've had consistently.
There is a curiosity.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, so the tools are just heightening it. I don't think that is changed, because if we weren't like that, the tools wouldn't work. Do you not understand? So
yes.
It's heightening what is already inherently in us.
But then we're being conditioned.
We're being conditioned, but I think it's societal.
I don't think it's very... I don't think it's an innate human...
Really?
Condition, no.
Nosiness.
Then you would see it in all walks of society.
Yeah, what do you mean? Like,
but
what
I
else?
think it's more of a conditioning in the media landscape that we're in at this moment. They could choose to put the conditioning into further learning, to knowing the inner workings of the world, but they choose not
But
to.
then the humans are creating it as well. It's not like a machine that's created. Then there's something in us humans that do that.
It's like it's a way of money. It's not an inclination of humans to just pick up a gun and shoot it. It doesn't mean that they're not going to when it's put in front of them.
Yeah, I get that.
I think the tabloids,
I understand that.
like I said before, it was tabloids before, wasn't it?
It was tabloids before.
And they created this hype, and it's that whole thing of they build someone up in order to be able to knock them down.
Yeah.
Because it makes money. It sells papers or magazines or whatever it was then.
Yeah.
And now in this social media world that we've gone into, there's the profits behind that. So I just think it's evolved from that. But I don't necessarily feel like it's been within us as humans to want to know every single thing.
I don't know.
I'm not saying
I'm saying
nosy,
yeah.
but the levels of what we think that we should be entitled to know now is definitely different.
I just think it's evolved.
Crazy.
It's
gone mad. It's bad, and it is that. And
but I
again,
feel like that's heightened because of
the tools that we have.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, big up Tyler for that wonderfully eloquent response, clarification to anyone who fancies him.
I think it's great that he actually just put it out there like that. Like this is annoying because lots of people who aren't stereotypically like what is pushed as the definition of a black man or of a black celebrity, they do get this speculation.
Yeah.
It's
and it's like, just leave me alone.
Does it matter? And then you put him in a position, or them in a position, to have to deny something that also then puts them in a position, because the way he said it had to be worded so carefully.
Yes,
but then he could have been called,
other people,
accused of being homophobic.
Yes.
Because it's not even that, but why should I have to? But also, because it does put a limitation on it, people start to think that, and people box you into that corner, then you're limiting yourself to something because of society's or people's judgment of you. It's mad.
Yeah.
Well said, Tyler.
He did really, really
Leave him alone.
Oh my God, did you see his brother?
Yeah.
His brother did a series just basically stating how great a big brother he is.
Oh, I love that!
So sweet.
So just all the many things that he's done for his siblings, for his family, and just charted it all, and it's just like, this is a great man.
Have you heard this guy rap? I'm trying to say
he's just like...
he's so super talented,
sweet.
and just that, but that's why I said also humble. He just, the brother thing, it doesn't even surprise me because he seems like he's that guy.
He's that guy.
Oh.
He just
is
the
that.
sweetest and
absolutely.
That. But to have like another family member
Beautiful.
really put your stuff out there and be like, I appreciate him, he's a great human.
His price is going to go up, and the next thing is like who he ends up with, whatever, is going to be super scrutiny. He's going to be scrutinised because he's also like so sweet.
Yeah.
Moving on, so Summer Walker, people are questioning whether she was right to praise the woman in her ex's life for helping him to be a better father. It was a question that came up on your favourite podcast, Girls. So the thing is.
Oh, so yes. Oh, yes, they did discuss this on the Thing Is podcast.
They were saying that,
Sincere. That's his new chick.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know about all that bit. Okay, who is it?
She's a dancehall rapper.
Oh, her. Who was going to say her? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You would know.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so she was with him. So before, it seemed like London...
London on the Track is Summer Walker's children's dad.
He wasn't great.
No, first child.
Only child. First child.
First child, but her first...
And he wasn't great.
He wasn't great. Apparently, he was really vexed with her for leaving. And so, just, what some men do, took it out on the child and was being very inconsistent and just being belligerent to her. So even when he did have his daughter, he would do the thing of not calling.
All of that.
So, like, gone for 2 days. I'm going to bring her back. And it's like, that's not acceptable.
Yeah.
As soon as he got with Shinshia, she must have told him to fix up because she has a son.
Yes, and she's,
Is that something to... I think, yes, you can say thank you to the woman because at least your life has changed. But it's not real change, though.
It's based on his relationship with another woman. So if they broke up, does he go back to Ty?
Yeah, let's see what he does.
But I think it's an encourage. I don't know why the question poses, was she wrong? No.
I don't think she's wrong.
If she wants to celebrate that.
Yeah, because I question women.
Yeah.
I question women who are in relationships with men and don't encourage those men to have relationship with their child and separate the child from the baby mama. I question that. So if I was her and I'm dating London on the track, would never, but just saying if I was dating him, I would be saying to him, no mate, what are you dealing with? You need to fix up. This is about your kid. It's not about your relationship with Summer Walker. You're not with her anymore. Separate that. You're a parent. You're making, you're building a person effectively. You've got to arm them with the correct tools. And there's no reason why you can't. Just because you don't lay down no more. I'm that girl. I'd say that.
Me too.
So if the other baby mother wants to be like, do you know what, actually, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think a harmonious relationship is better than a negative one.
And I love that it counters the culture that has emerged out of us or society, whatever. The culture of women being at each other's throat over a man.
Yeah.
And I love, so anytime a woman can celebrate another woman for even if it's as basic as improving a man's behaviour so that her life is easier, more for it, more of that, because I think the reality show lifestyle, that cattiness, bitchiness that's overtaken the way that women are perceived now in the mainstream way perceived, especially black women, and I've had enough of it. So I'm very much for all of that.
I get it, like the camaraderie actually showed her, like actually giving her flowers.
Yeah.
Like, she made a difference in our life, and you would want that. I think somebody coming in, you want that difference to actually be had. But also on top of that, I think what they were really driving at is, you're happy that this has taken place. That's one thing. But also for Shinsia though, just remember who this man is.
Yeah, for that.
It's like, don't think, oh, but I improved here. He's improved. Just remember, at one stage, that was Summer Walker,
that's why I said now.
Yeah, don't get comfortable.
That's why I said that, because wasn't she chatting shit about the baby mama, and we actually spoke about it on the pod.
Yes.
And we were like, but you're number 4.
Yeah, but because when he's with that new woman, he seems to show this like,
no,
they're the mad ones, I'm mad cool, until she suffered. So I think, let's see the pattern of this man though, please, because he seems to be able to put his best foot forward when he's in love with another woman.
Yeah. So look, all of that, keep your eyes open, third eye, fourth eye, fifth eye open, but the sisterhood overall, because it still doesn't negate the fact that this woman has made another woman's life easier.
Yeah.
So I want that to be the narrative. Even if this London track guy fucks up, it shouldn't be then discord, like negative discord between those two. Those two should still be unified for as long as they can be.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And then also, it's the mess of their relationship though. There's that unification, but I do feel sometimes there's that my enemy's enemy is my friend.
Yeah,
they have so much mess with one of the other baby mothers.
Oh, do they?
One of the other baby mothers accused Shinsia's son of being inappropriate.
Right. Because there's messy and stuff.
Yeah, I was like, I see the trauma bonding.
I think it's the one before Summer Walker.
Yes. There's a whole load of trauma bonding. It's messy as hell. I was like, but remember the common denominator is London on the track.
Yeah.
He's a fool. Wear a condom, man. What's up with you? Just procreating all the time.
London on the pum-pum.
Constantly. Yeah, he's inappropriate.
Yeah.
We need to move on.
All right then. Aunties know best.
Go, carry on. Because that's not even the rhythm, but keep on going. That isn't the tune.
Okay, you do it.
Aunties know best.
Oh yeah. Aunties know best. You know, that was an old version, that's why. It was. Aunties know best.
Amazing.
Aunties know best. That is the old version.
Did you want to do the one that we've been singing?
Go then, you start.
Okay. Aunties know best.
Aunties know best. Aunties know best. I think I like the original.
As I said, carry on singing. I was saying you can go through.
You left me
She was saying, do you, boo?
You left me a queer on the track.
No, she looked at you like, are you alright?
Next
what song is that?
It was the original.
Change the melody. We've been singing the same one.
Sometimes there's a remix.
That's it.
Alright, we've got some quick ones to get through. So this one is not necessarily a dilemma. It was this woman a comedian called Kat Stickler.
Okay.
Who she's at the park with her daughter, the birthday cake situation.
No,
One of you dropped it in the group.
Is it?
The white comedian woman that was saying, there's a whole conversation. I think Auntie Sade had a comment.
Oh no, was she in the car?
Yeah, she was in the car.
Okay,
I paid zero attention to that.
Too much stuff that goes in our group.
I know.
And it's two groups because it's the Instagram chat and then it's the WhatsApp chat.
Okay.
One day I'm going to scroll through so people can see the shit that we
I bet you
post to
do
each
that.
other. Yeah, and just
It needs to be a post.
Alright, so Kat Stickler's a comedian. She said that she was at the park with her daughter, and she says her daughter was playing with a group of kids who were celebrating their birthday.
Right.
When it came for cake, her child was denied a slice by the mother in charge, who was wrong. So basically, her child's playing out there, blah blah blah, sees a party going on over the other way, goes over to go and get a piece of cake. The mother of who's in charge of the birthday party.
No, that's what happened.
Go on.
The kid is playing in the park. All the kids are playing in the park. They make friends, as you do.
Yeah.
She's playing with the party kids in the party. The mum's watching. It comes to cake. The kid is there. She goes to get the cake, innit? Because you've been playing with the party kids.
Yeah.
And then the mum lowers herself down to this child and says, "This cake is not for you. This is not you. This is not your birthday party. Where's your mum?"
Wicked.
No.
So
Can I
many
play
levels.
devil's advocate?
But however,
Look at your face! If you had a gun. No, basically, yeah. Okay, so I've had many parties.
I agree with her.
I've had many parties at my house, right? And there's been times the neighbours' kids have just rolled into my house, and I'm like, "Oh, hello, little person. Yeah. And there's loads of kids in my family. Loads of kids in my family. So when I'm planning a party, and there's party bags and cake and stuff, it's limited already.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying you can't join in the party, but you might not necessarily get.
What?
I might have to be on the spot with what I'm giving you. I'm never gonna go to the little kid. Hello, little person. What the hell are you doing? I'm never gonna do that. But you might not get cake because there might not be enough cake.
I think that's fair.
I think it sounds like she was a bit of a witch to the child, but there's also this. I'm that mum though. I'm watching what my child's doing at all times, and it's going to be inbuilt in her. Like, you can't just go and take food. You need to come back to me, Mummy. They're going to have cake. Can I have some? And I
have to ask.
And I might be like, no, it's all right. Let them do it. As a mum of a party, I'm going to notice. And on the flip side, I'm going to notice this little random child's playing with my children, having a great time. She's being good, or he's being very good. He deserves a piece of cake, So I might be like, do you want some cake? Or, Mum, it's all right, she has a bit of cake. Do all of that. And then get a piece of cake. And I will find a way to do some.
That's why I said to you, like,
there's
I have
ways
to do
to do
it. If you're not getting, there's no way I can do the whole same shit I've done
Maybe
for
not,
20 other children.
Yeah, and then you've joined in.
Right.
Yeah.
But
that is fair.
I think that's
But just
fair.
don't
I'm not going to
traumatise the
traumatize the child. And
Yeah.
as you just said, I am also going to be that mum of, Egypt, where are you going?
Yeah, me too. I'm 100% that child.
And she will know before she even accepts anything.
The minute they are like that,
she'll look at me like that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just. Why I think it's disgusting that this mother of the party would bend down to a child and be like, "This is not.
That's not
you."
nice.
Make an image of that as well, isn't it?
That is so embarrassing.
Yeah,
that seed that you've literally planted in that child
forever.
Like, that's excruciating.
That's not nice.
I was absolutely transported to if I witnessed that on my child. For one, you know not to take food. Like, you don't even take food in certain people's houses.
That's the thing.
Let alone a random party in a park.
That's the thing.
But if they did and that happened, I swear we're fighting. I'm not going to be able to stop myself. I swear.
If I saw someone talking to my child like, nah, then that's the part.
And
Don't
where's
make my
your
child.
mum?
Her mum is here.
I'm looking off like Egypt, even going anywhere near those people. Like, you can play, but don't go. And I will call. Actually, when she's playing, I will call her and I will say to her, "Don't be taking anybody's fingers."
Exactly.
I'll have that conversation with myself beforehand. So on that side of it, I can see myself, if it got to the point where someone's chatting to my youth, I can see myself whining out.
Yeah, because I would give my child warning.
That's not going to be my youth, because she's not going to answer them things.
And that's where a little bit of Kat Stickler, was it her child? The comedian saying it was her child. So there's a little bit of entitlement that my child was playing and she got denied cake, and it's just, there's a little bit of entitlement.
I get what you're saying, because obviously, it is a party that's going on, and it seemed like she had witnessed her daughter getting the cake, and then all of that stuff that took place. Yeah, you
But
are being a bit passive. Like,
But also
okay,
getting the cake.
Exactly.
It's that word, getting the
Getting.
cake. Because the thing, if the mum of the party has had to stoop down to the little child and say, that's not for you, that means there's an element of the child taking
The cake.
Yeah, like, I think it was that they were laid out. I think they had all been cut, you know, like in the plates and that on the table. The kids have all
So
got
they
it.
might have been cut in 12 slices and it might have been 12 kids.
And also, in that, so for a mother, because there's all of this stuff, but for a mother to be annoyed with a child, it could have been that all this time, like, so what, is she not going to come and get her child? So she's going to let her child run up and down like this? How is the child playing? Because I'm assuming the child's been good. This woman is telling the story about her daughter. Her daughter might be annoying.
She could have been like a little menace.
A little menace.
No, but I'm telling you, as I said, I've had many a party at my house and children have rolled into
in.
my
I've seen
house.
it with my own eyes.
And not the same children, you
No,
know.
just walking through like
I've seen
doo-doo-doo.
it.
And sometimes they go beeline. I'm like, are you allowed to?
You've actually had
I'm
to
like,
go-
are you
Yeah,
allowed
you
to
have.
have that? Because there's also, are you allowed? Because you seem to like, if you have a nut allergy or something, are you allowed to come put your hand in things?
I'm not
I've
being
never
responsible.
experienced that.
I-
No,
I'm telling you
yeah,
the
there's a
truth.
little bit of like,
They come.
yeah.
They bop into the yard.
I've had that before. as
They
well.
bop into the yard, or they bop in. If I'm doing something outside,
Yeah,
like I've had bouncy castles and stuff like that, and I don't mind stuff like that. But it's when the little people, and as I said, it's not the same little people, it's different little
Kids
people,
randomly.
have rolled into my house, and I'm like, does your mum know your hair?
This is
I
the
have
thing.
said that. I
There's
have.
elements. There's like,
You should be scared.
where's your mummy? Where's your mummy?
Just bopping into
And,
somebody's house.
but I
You wanna get
can see
trafficked.
the mum in the yards.
Allowing
In the
it.
next block.
Yeah,
They
sorry.
don't even, Egypt can't go around the corner without me knowing.
That's
Oh
the
my
thing.
God.
I was like with Ams as well. I police my child a lot in that respect.
Yes,
and there's an
why?
Yeah,
element
you
of
can't just while
because and we do say as black.
My flat is like where I live. It's pretty nice. It's safe and all that. But at the same time, Egypt knows you're not going in no one's yard.
No one's yard.
Are you crazy?
just bopping in.
But
Just bopping into their yard.
there is that conversation that we've had about black parenting and white parenting, and
These are
sometimes
black people.
and no.
Oh no, I'm talking about.
No, I'm just saying. Yes, there's that.
There's a black-
So they count as some of the stereotypes, but there is a way that we view things, and the way we are quite protective of our children, and there is an element of they don't have that privilege to be free like that in most settings.
I think we definitely do police that side of things.
Yeah.
Like, just you don't have that freedom that some kids do have to just walk ambly around the place and take up space like that. Like, there was no tantrums in a bank, none of that type of stuff where you're watching this child is disrupting everything or running through something. I've definitely had quite a few kids in the park just run through our picnic.
Imagine.
But you're stepping on stuff,
Yeah.
and the parent would be there, like
Just
watching, and it's like, no, control that. Like, no, they don't have freedom on our stuff. Like, for the sake of it. There is that, and maybe this comedian was a bit like, my child, they're
Exactly.
all getting up in your eyes, but they're like, who is this pet?
Who's his pet?
But for the mother, still, you can't.
No, but there's that though, because also for me, because she could be a witch mum, she could be, but for a mum to stoop down and say, you know, that's that little, and I'm sorry,
also,
like not to talk about my parenting, but there's times where kids can piss you off as an adult, you know. And I've been down to a school, and you see as a human. Picking up my child from the school, I like that little
I've cut my eye at Becky.
Yeah, Becky's
I've
just
cut my eye
nasty.
at
Becky, yeah, kids
When I come drop off Egypt, I'm
yeah, like I hate you.
it's so irrational, but blatantly,
But
I'm like,
they can
little you.
ick you.
Each
Kids
man
can
tell
ick
me
you.
something about one of the kids, and I'm just like,
Done.
Yes,
and I have to stop myself from my
Going
reaction.
Aggie. Listen, I had to go down. One time, these girls tried it with my daughter. I went down. I tried to be nice, and they had. I was agitated. I could have slapped a couple.
Definitely.
And
I
age
would
doesn't
slap
matter
him.
either.
I would slap him, but I shake the
Shake
shit.
the shit. I'll shake him. Honestly.
It's exactly that. I mean, maybe the child was, but still, the mum's there, innit? So you could just go over to the mum, like, yeah, she's just taking Tarquin's cake.
Tarquin.
You just go and talk.
It could be a bit like, that's what you can't see your child. What you do? It could turn into
I
something.
just
But, you know
never
what?
go to the kid.
Don't go to the kid.
But at the
But
same
But
time,
also-
this is the woman's interpretation of what happened.
Yeah, exactly, that's
For
what I'm
all we know,
saying.
her kid's annoying.
Yeah.
Your kid's fuss. Yeah.
And
your interpretation is that the mum was like, that's not for you. The mum could have been like, oh, sorry, darling, that isn't for you.
That isn't
We
for you.
don't-
It could have been
I'm
that.
not allowed to eat the cake. But she's like, no, that's not for you. We're just taking her side of it.
Yeah.
it's true.
In her telling of the story, I was vexed. I would have sparked the mother. Definitely in our exploration. I see that there may be levels to this.
There's rules to this shit, man.
Oh, I was going to say that.
Mate.
Just stop there a second. I just need to make a phone call because I got called and it's 5 to 4. It's very conscious of this thing that's going on. I don't
we've got
actually
the second show now.
They may actually be telling you
So
where you need to go.
that's one dilemma of enough, isn't it? Because the other ones are long.
We can just do a quick close and then move on to the next.
Hello? What's the plan? What's happening? But what are we doing? So we are meeting this person individually. Oh my god. Okay, I'm coming over.
Wrap up. Yeah, so let's. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just wrap up quickly.
Let's close this episode and then we carry on.
Oh, I'm shooting.
Right, let's go.
So that's that on that. This wasn't an am I the arsehole, but somewhere, someone's an arsehole. I'm not sure it's a child. I'm not sure it's
the
I feel
mums.
like it's both
It's the
mums.
I think
mums.
it's
That's
both
why I said it's the
mums, yeah.
mums. They're the arseholes.
Both mums are arseholes.
Yeah, but the child might be faster.
The
child could be an arsehole.
Could be an arsehole too.
Yeah, that's possible.
And you know what? The birthday child could be an arsehole. Might not deserve the birthday party.
All
Or
the
not.
children are arseholes.
Everyone's arseholes in this. Maybe we're arseholes. Guys, thank you. This has been your Aunties Could Never. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe on all the listening platforms. We're also on YouTube. We're also on all the social media platforms. Don't forget to tune into Auntie Sade and Auntie Nana's Love Island reviews every night about 10:30.
Yep.
Collaborating with the Shea Bar.
Don't
Also-
forget to look out for
The Garden.
The Hive,
The Hive.
which in about a week or so.
Oh, it'll be available.
In about a week or so. What are you rapping?
I'm saying about a week ago, but I'm
I know
saying
you did it
in about
wrong.
a week
In
or
about
so.
a week or
Because
so.
I'm saying in about a week or so. I'm not saying about a week ago. Anyway, just go on Garden Studios HQ and you'll be able to see some information. The Aunties are going to put some stuff out too. We're going to have a little launch and things. Things are happening, man. Spaces are happening, man. We got shit going out.
If you're in Northwest and you're looking for a podcast,
Even if you're not in Northwest, man.
Weezy! North Weezy!
Even if you're not in Northwest.
But you're in North
You know,
Weezy.
like real podsters like we are.
marketing ways, it's
We've got
always easier to go to your direct base and then you move out that way. If you're in Northwest, this is the place to
But
be.
I'm just going to say that I've not had the privilege until now to be anywhere near to my direct base. So
That's right.
real podsters will go wherever they need to go.
Posters will roam. Where you come from? North Weezy!
Exactly.
North Weezy!
There's not a lot in this area, but this is going to be great.
North Weezy!
Co-working
I don't
space,
know why I
all
keep
types
this
of shit.
tune. Those of you who listen to channel,
She's
you watch
annoying
something.
anyhow.